Good morning and welcome. We're here in Lobo today with our new listing. Fantastic house, great potential. Here with James.
Hello.
We're going to sort of walk you through. There is a project approved on this property, but there are multiple ways of getting the best out of this property, and James is going to sort of talk you through the house. I think that was the idea.
Yeah, I think I'll start by showing us around the existing structure and what's already here, and then later on in the video Neil and I will discuss the details of the project and also the possibility of even a soft refurbishment.
The full potential of this property, we'll get to that at the end of the video.
Without any further ado,
exactly, let's do it.
So inside the property is pretty much as you'd expect from an early sort of traditional Vale Lobo style build. You've got a guest cloakroom on the right hand side as you come in, and then through this archway into the open living and dining space. There's 2 bedrooms on this ground floor level. As well as the kitchen and another dining area back there, and then another 2 bedrooms upstairs. So that's the ground floor. Emily's going to lead you upstairs where Neil is going to show you the 2 remaining bedrooms and outdoor patio.
So as with these classic old Vale Lobo properties, the original ladrillia floors that you'll see here, they always have 2 bedrooms with a shared bathroom leading into, which again was very much of its time, these wooden sort of herringbone style floors. Good cupboard space. The current owners actually rent the property out, and it's very lucrative rental market here in Vale Lobo. So all the mod cons, the aircon, the heating is very high standard. And moving on into the 2nd bedroom, again with plenty of cupboard space, the original wooden flooring again. They always had these sort of sloping roof lines, but when we talk about the potential projects and renovation later on in the video, we can come to that. But yeah, very much a classic Vale Lobo villa in a very, very, very prominent and good location. Let's actually go and see the terrace between the 2 bedrooms. There's a nice sun terrace here. I mean, here we are on a mid to late September. This is typically Algarvian weather, which always helps. But as you can see, I think Emily will pan around. Nice big terrace here. Obviously within the plans there are changes afoot, but the house, as we will discuss later, in its own right is a fine property. So you find us again in the lounge area. As James was explaining in terms of the layout, one of the things we see a lot, don't we, with this type of properties, people would, I remember a Spanish couple where they just changed all the flooring, they smoothed the walls, and they created an ambience that, looks amazing externally. And that was just really a simple, what you'd call soft renovation.
Sure, yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. Even just new flooring, smoothing the walls, and that level of work can really elevate a property of this age to something that feels a lot more modern.
And it doesn't have to cost a fortune to achieve.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, obviously, there are other levels as well. I mean, there's major renovation in terms of, like we were saying about the ceiling heights, creating a much more open plan, but then that becomes significantly more expensive. And as we've seen in the current market, not only property prices but building prices, I think we'd be confident for around 600,000 to 700,000 euros you would have an amazing renovation project here.
So I think now's a good time in the video to go and have a look outside and see the existing external area. We've obviously got a really good sized pool at the moment, alfresco dining that side, decent amount of space out here.
We'd like to talk a little bit more about the potential of the property. We discussed earlier, James and I, the soft option as it were, for a small amount of money, you could, you know, the bathrooms, the flooring, the soft renovation option. Obviously, clearly, there's the other option that you and I were talking about earlier, James, which would mean more of an in-depth renovation in terms
making
of
some structural changes and blowing out windows, that sort of thing.
Leveling off, creating more elevated sitting areas and what have you. And the elevations, they lend themselves to more of a sort of an outdoor upstairs living, if you like, roof terraces. These properties in Vale de Lobo, they're very sort of angular, and they lend themselves to a very much a contemporary feeling when they've been renovated. So bringing it back to option 3, James.
So I mean, as touched on at the beginning of the video, there is a project that's been submitted to the camera for approval, which I think is due to get approved next year, early next year. And that's for a total knockdown and complete new build on the site. It's a very nice, beautifully designed, modern looking structure, and we'll have lots of information on it and floor plans or anything if you were interested and wanted to talk it in more detail.
And you can't underestimate the time you're saving. You know, this project's in, it's almost ready to go. You've really sort of saved yourself at least 12 months in the whole process. So if it is that direction that you want to go in, complete new build, there's a beautiful design here,
which could be subject to any alterations at this stage you wanted to make.
Absolutely. I mean, again, it's a fine villa, it's in a great location. There are 3 options. It's priced to sell, in our opinion. You know, effectively it's plot value. Option 1, A, B or C, there's an uplift.
However way you want to cut it, it could be a fantastic home for somebody.
Well, thanks James.
Thank you, Neil.
Thanks Emily, who's behind the camera, for taking this tour today. If there are any questions whatsoever, as I say, the design work and the floor plans of the new build and just the general current build are all on our website. So look, please don't hesitate to contact us. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.